Right, welcome. It's a very good morning here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, thank you very much for choosing us. If this is your first time coming in, of course, thank you very much for choosing us. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. In the notification turning, please do all to choose all. Please do all to choose all. I'm saying that anytime there'll be content that drops here, you'll be first to have it on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, if you're an investor, so there, then it's a big opportunity for you to win something. We go again this morning with the games, of course, the European Championship, the other games, the UEFA, and then of course Conference League and also qualifications. So they are all going on here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Again, subscribe and turn on notification. Let's say good morning and a very good morning to our partner in this job. I'm right here for any Yesumo enterprise, Yesumo enterprise, spare parts dealership enterprise. Let's say very good morning to Yesumo. Let's say thank you to Yesumo. Of course, I can say several times. For me, it was about looking for the best spare parts. Nipo bit the best car spare parts. I'm in Ghana. I say, actually, and I had to just put a call through to a branch in friend Yesumo on 059 313 8221. 059 313 8221. My friend. Face when I'm saying, yeah, Charlie will be the bomb car, me bomb panny a day, me airbags near the didn't I say, Charlie, you come in here and best like me here camera, me here, windshield be any side mirrors near the Charlie, me I say you, it's show you fast na praying many mammy. Oh, fee now, unya can I'm saying, baby, mini across. Oh, me location, you know, one buso can post office. Oh, but unya crowd any may worry, I'll send it straight to you wherever you want. I'm so, oh, bro, you go take send me, say, or the best send me, Charlie, quickly. Yes, you sent me everything. He sent me everything intact, well sent. And of course, on the edge, but what crowd you can just drive there. And what also kind of post office on or best sort of out or boys one more you want the come far. Oh, yes, so much. Of course, friend on 059 313 8221. 059 313 8221. Oh, yes, you're fast. Of course, open jerseys, so I'm sure at what many Diego jerseys or Atosu High School Junction, Atosu High School Junction, and Diego jerseys. Well, you want customized jerseys, you want boots, you want socks, you want trophies for programs and stuff like that. Michelle for Diego jersey on 054 627 9512. 054 627 9512. Munina Moka Semo jerseys thing. See, calm down, you get it before the season starts. No stress. I'm looking through. When I go to YouTube, my analytics, there's analysis of those who are constant on here, and I see them, and sometimes I reply some of them. We are going to reward people. So if you're a Madrid fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're a Barca fan, we'll reward people. Please don't get worried. We'll send the jerseys to you. Finally, Benfica have gotten their man in a Benfica Federated Reals. Now, Charlie, the success with Reals Club World Cup he was always not going to go back to go and play at Palmeiras. It's as if he reached the Reals, he knew, said the Club World Cup was for him. It's as if he knew that at the end of the day, he would go out to the Club World Cup and then win something for himself. It was going to be a big name of a sort after the Club World Cup. And that is exactly what Richard Reals has done. And now he was in the Lisbon Township in Benfica, SC Benfica, to go and do the first part of his medical. Charlie, and you could tell that the young man is excited to be in Benfica, having left Brazil. Because you see, usually most of these players who play in Brazil, and for him, he's from Colombia. And of course, he played a samba football at some point in time, went ahead to go and play in Brazil. Not futsal, but then proper football in the Brasileiro. Went to play there for a while now, and he has been one of the cool players, all the good players in the Brazilian league. Coming to Europe, I've said it several times. Most of these European big teams want to avert risks. We call the risks aversion. They don't want it. They don't want to take all the risks and do all the work and stuff like that. So usually, what they do is that when the player is good and he is okay, and they're not certain whether, because see, a lot of players who are good who never really became top players. You can be good, but you can't become top. So these teams, like the smaller teams, take the risk. That's why most of the time the smaller teams sell the players at a higher price. I've said it. The transfer markets today is at the function of really what's going on in the football markets. Bigger teams don't want to take risks with young players, so smaller players go and take the risks with the young players. then they sell them to you. It's simplicity. Simplicity. It's as simple as that. And of course, Richard Rios already is in there going to club your friend SC Benfica. He wants to go and play. He wants to play some good football. Or SC Benfica ornament. Definitely, I think that's going to happen for him. It's going to happen for him at Benfica. Now, Marcus Rashford, again, the first part of all the advertisement, the unveiling video, Charlie, the man is having a good time over there. I mean, in Catalonia. See, let me say this thing too. Manchester United first. Marcus Rashford is not a bad player. If you are even a Barcelona fan, Marcus Rashford is not a bad player. There is a good player in Marcus Rashford. I'm telling you, last season, Marcus Rashford had 11 goals. 11 goals in last season under Unai Emery. I mean, this is the player that his best season came about 3 or 4 seasons ago under Eric Ten Hag. Counter attack, blistering fast into the channels. He will hurt you. Marcus Rashford has that ability to carry the ball forward. He has the ability to have that drive, that pace, that power for him to carry the ball forward and then hit you. I mean, one of the best things about Marcus Rashford is the ball striking ability of Marcus Rashford. Every ball in target is fire. It's difficult to do stuff like that. And that's why I'm saying that Marcus Rashford going into Barcelona is a very, very good addition to them because they get a player after all of these things who is hungry. The thing is that Barca really do not need or they don't need somebody like Marcus Rashford because they have the quality in depth in the attack. They have Ferran Torres, there is Dani Olmo, there is Rafinha, there is Lamine Yamal, there is Robert Lewandowski and the likes. But again, it's football. It's a long-term thing that we are doing. Anything can happen. These players can get injured. These players may not even live up to the billing this season. So obviously, these players have to play well. They have to get a lot of the quality in there. But I said it, and I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. What Barca needs power on the team is that okay, Barca pay for man. They are abundant in the midfield area. Frankie De Jong, Marc Casado, Bernal is back, Pedri, Xavi, all of these guys, excellent on and off the ball. They'll do everything that you want for you. Pedri can do, number 10 role, can do number attacking 8. Xavi can do same. Frankie De Jong can be at the base over there. And because you see Pedri can do some of the things that Frankie can do, that's why if Flick plays him as part of the double pivot, they're recycling. And almost every time Pedri drops to come and act with placing a constant recycling on the ball. And I think that is an excellent style of play. Now look at the back line of Barcelona. Christensen, Kobasi, Nigo Martinez. This is even enough. There is Eric Garcia, there is Ronald Arau over there. Then, of course, you look at centre back, they have depth in quality. Goalkeepers, you have 4 top goalkeepers. In Akepenya, 1 Garcia, Wojek Szczesny, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. What we are hearing is that Marc-Andre ter Stegen may likely go and do the back surgery, and that means that he's not going to go on and play. But look at the flanks, look at the fullbacks, especially on right hand side. If Barca give that quarter extension to Jules Koundé, that is sorted because obviously Jules Koundé has to stay. He's an important player for them. Barca building inside back trainer. He makes it tick. It means that Alejandro Balde can push up. Rafinha can come inside into the half space, and then Lamine Yamal will keep the weight on the right hand side. Something that's very important. But the bigger problem is that there is nobody to do the job of Alejandro Balde when it's not there. Alejandro Balde. When it's not there, nobody does that job for him, and that is the biggest problem today. Barca will face in their team. If they're able to find replacement, I keep on saying replacement, but not particularly a replacement, but it's somebody who can be a good backup to Alejandro Balde. I think that they are going to have a very, very, very good team over there for themselves, and it's going to be a very exciting one. Charlie, what we are hearing is that Bayern Forum are very, very much interested. In fact, in the next few hours, if you hear officially, the Bayern Forum have sent 70 million euros. In fact, the last time it was 60 million pounds, 60 million euros. And on the coin, that is somewhere around 70 million and 50 million, 55 million pounds. Don't be shocked because in the next few hours, I'm hearing from the whispers in and around Liverpool say Bayern Forum are going to send in another bid for Brentia Efreno, Darwin Brentia Efreno, Luis Diaz, somewhere in the region of 70 million euros, thereabouts, about 60 plus million pounds. That's what they are taking to Liverpool now. Bayern know it is their number one job, number one projects mini project for Max Ebel. Max Ebel wants Darwin Nunez. He believes that Omiya Darwin Nunez in their club, their quality, their style of play, how well they play their stuff, everything is going to be very successful in their club. So they want Darwin Nunez. They want like you want Darwin Nunez. They want Luis Diaz in their team, and they've done a lot of meetings by mention, and they want to make sure that Luis Diaz comes in and comes to help them grow their game and stuff like that. So after the first bid got turned down, they're going to go back with another bid, and this time it's going to be in the region of somewhere around 70 million, 70 million. I mean euros. That's where they're going to go, and I'm very certain that once the next bid goes, Liverpool will break and they will let Darwin Nunez go. But they are not breaking for breaking sake. I've said that the rebuild that Liverpool is doing, or rebuild that Liverpool are doing, it's worth talking about. It's worth focusing on. It's worth putting all the attention and limelight there, because what Michael Edwards 2.0 is doing at Liverpool is something that everybody should worry about. See, do you know Liverpool's plan? Immediately Luis Diaz goes to FC Bayern Munich. What they do is that already Rodrigo Goes has been offered to them from that left-hand side area. So immediately Darwin Nunez go, what they will do is that they open up the Rodrigo Goes conversation and they see if it is feasible and they will do a deal for him. So already as I speak to you, Hube Kitiki has done his first part of his medical at Liverpool. He's going to be a Liverpool player. They are still keeping an eye on Alexander Isak to possibly come and add to the pack. If Darwin Nunez goes, they are replacing him with Rodrigo Goes from Real Madrid. Yes, Rodrigo Goes from Real Madrid. Of course, when Madrid returned from the Club World Cup, the conversation is that they had not received any official bid for any of their first team players. It was not possible. Nobody has sent an official bid to them, and they have bought their players. They have bought Carreras. They brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold. They've brought in what's his name, Dean Henderson and the likes into their team, which is very good. But the bigger problem today is that they have not received any offer for anybody. Rodrigo Goes would love to go, who would want to go, but the offer hasn't come. But immediately, it's going to be like a cascading effect. Immediately, Luis Diaz leaves Liverpool and then goes outside of the club to Bayern Munich. The next thing is that Liverpool are going to open the doors to Rodrigo Goes to come in and come and do the job for them. But then Bayern will not stop there. Bayern have contacted Chelsea. In fact, it is guaranteed. Chelsea is guaranteed that they will sell Christopher Nkunku for him to leave the club. It is guaranteed that Christopher Nkunku is going to leave the club this summer, and that's what has happened. Bayern has still told Chelsea that they can do a deal for Christopher Nkunku. I've mentioned this several times. If you look at the Christopher Nkunku situation and the Bayern situation, it fits perfectly. Bayern needs a lot of that depth that they've lost in Muller, in Jamal Musiala, in Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala for the short term. They've lost all of these depth. They've even lost Matthias Kell. So they need to add to the pack in their team. And of course, Nkunku is one of those players. Chelsea are willing to lower their offer. They are willing to lower their offer. I've said several times that after the deal of Joao Pedro, the next move is that Chelsea would have to make sure that they do a lot of sales. They do a lot of sales in their club. And one of the things that they are doing, they are very close to doing a deal with Benfica for Joao Felix. They want to do a deal for him. Atletico de Madrid are also closing in on Renato Vega from Chelsea. And yesterday, I saw some pundits also saying something, and I was very glad. These are Arsenal fans who said in open, live radio, they were saying that, Charlie, how Chelsea have done their job in terms of players now, almost when they go and buy them, and the business that they are doing hasn't been held enough. Charlie, people need to hail Chelsea's business that they've been doing. How much did Chelsea buy Noni Madueke from PSV and Dolvin? How much did Chelsea buy Renato Vega from Portugal? How much did Chelsea buy Nicolas Jackson? Now they are going to turn it all over. They are flipping the money. They'll get more money. They'll be able to go into the market. So the Chelsea project at the beginning, people thought that, it did not make sense. It was a stupid thing to do. At the end of the day, Chelsea cannot succeed with the Chelsea project. Today, this Chelsea project is winning and is getting profit as well. That is top level stuff. For Christopher Nkunku, it's likely Christopher Nkunku may leave Chelsea and then go elsewhere to go and find regular football. Christopher Nkunku wants regular football. Is it likely that he gets a regular football at Chelsea? No, because there are going to be certain games that you expect that if Chelsea is on form with all of their players, they'll play through it all. Maybe Christopher Nkunku may not get the game time that he's looking to get, and that may go on to affect him. But again, there are a lot of clubs that want Christopher Nkunku over there. Yesterday was the birthday of Mark Cucurella. In my opinion, the best left back in the world currently is Mark Cucurella. Charlie, everything I want from him. See, I said something the last time that sometimes if you're a football fan, try to watch a lot of football documentaries as well, because I think it opens your eyes on the lives of the players and what they go through. I think that Cucurella and then Claudia, they have to put up a documentary. What they did for I think one of those channels, I think Amazon or so. In Africa, people hardly watch Amazon. So I think they should get maybe like a Netflix documentary or something on Netflix so that people will watch. Actually, what Cucurella went through, he and his wife, the story is that they are just giving birth for their second child. They don't know what autism is. They don't know what Down syndrome is. They don't know what all of these genetic defects of children is. They don't know about it. I mean, for them, the boy plays football from Sociedad, Barcelona, Brighton, and Hove Albion straight to the very top. He plays football. Nobody knows exactly how big these issues are. They give us their first child, fine. Their second child has autism, becomes autistic. According to Marco Crea, like in autistic children, they have specific conditions. They don't know. They take a child to the beach. Regular thing as a boy born in Europe here. You go to the beach and stuff like that. Take the boy to the beach, the boy is crying. Put him in water, he's crying. Give him food, he's crying. Autistic child, a lot of issues. And you know about it. And Marco Crea says that was the time where his form, he had come to Chelsea fresh, and then form was dipping. It was an issue. He said that there was a time when they were returning. They came to watch Marco Crea play for Chelsea. They were returning to go home at the Graham Potter time. In their hallway, they saw that 3 marksmen were breaking into their house. Yeah, were breaking into their house. Tell you what trauma that you are going to go through. I mean, when they were in London. Then Charlie, yesterday, Marco Crea's birthday, 27 years of age, a very important player. And I like the fact, say, right after the Club World Cup, when Enzo Maresca was doing his presses, when he was asked about players, he was constantly ducking until they asked him about Marco Crea. Also, that is the only player he's willing to mention his name today, Marco Crea. Charlie, Marco Crea literally makes that Chelsea team tick. I know, Moses Caicedo, excellent day. Cole Palmer, top notch. I mean, mention it. Everybody, brilliant set of guys in that team. But Marco Crea makes that team tick. He makes everything work out for the team. And I mean, yesterday was a good birthday for him. His wife Claudia celebrated him. He himself celebrated him. Chelsea released a little interview that he did with him. Enzo Fernandez was on Instagram, posted a picture of a cat with some hair on it. I mean, even opposing fans are very, very wary of Marco Crea. He's a serial winner. Won at Barcelona, won and was the La Masia at Barcelona, won with the Spanish La Roa, won with Chelsea. I mean, he wins. Marco Crea wins matches. He wins games. He's a top winner. And of course, a happy birthday to Marco Crea. I'm giving everything that he's going on. But the Xavi Simos conundrum continues. Charlie, I've heard a lot of Chelsea fans say that, Charlie, Aquano, if his name is Xavi Nkwani, I'll bring him. If his name is Xavi, bring him. If his name is Xavi, bring him. Don't have any conversation. The truth of the matter is that one of the things that makes Xavi Simons stand out, one of the things that makes him, stand out, that makes him a good player, is the fact that he has had that La Masia education. The education that he had when he was at La Masia, the kind of games that he played, the kind of football that he played, the growth that Xavi Simons has had at the La Masia, it's important. See, let me tell you something. The Xavi Simons that people are doing, Xavi Simons, as if he's a normal player. The hype that Lamine Yamal has today at Barcelona, there was a point in time in the world where a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, 13-year-old boy was called Xavi Simons and he had that hype. I'm telling you. See, it was because the boy knew that the move from that La Masia to go to the Paris Saint-Germain Academy was a wrong move for Xavi Simons. Sometimes people do not understand how players get the level where, like, how they don't get to the top level where they are supposed to get to. It's because some of these moves. Xavi Simons leaving the La Masia to go to the Paris Saint-Germain Academy affected his growth to a large extent. But I'm saying that when you talk about the football, That is on the foot of play. He said people should play. Let's play the game. I mean, technical ability, tight space control. I mean, all of this include technical ability. So let me throw away technical ability, but the specific role, the specific ability of a player to be successful in certain zones on the pitch, parts of the foot of play, how important any player can be in all of the areas of the foot of play. Xavi Simos is the kind of guy that you don't look away from. He is pure quality. Pure quality, I'm telling you today. No, nobody will say it, but I'll say it. Pure quality. When you talk about the players that have come from the Lamas that have really taken the world by storm, before Ansumani Fati, there was Xavi Simons. Like the new boys that were supposed to come. Before Ansumani Fati came and became the supposed heir to the throne of Messi's throne at Barcelona, there was a certain boy called Xavi Simons. I'm telling you. But today, look at the conversation around Xavi Simons. I mean, he went to walk around decision making, Paris Saint-Germain, PSG Eindhoven, went back to go and play Leipzig. Everybody sees the quality that he has. I'm telling you, in terms of ball carrying ability, when we say a player is a ball carrier, it's similar to, let's say, dribbling. But you need that purposeful dribbling, not dribbling to the side and stuff like that. You are dribbling, but you are taking it forward. And that's what Xavi Simons gives you. The ball striking, perfecto. Half space reception and control of the ball. You won't get it any better than Xavi Simons in those half spaces. He's one of the best players. Diminutive, difficult to mark in those areas. Top guy. Can play him as a 10, can play him as an 8, can play him from the left wing. He'll give you all of those quality. He can play the ball. And if Chelsea gets Xavi Simons, they are getting quality, pure quality in their ranks. If they manage to get that ball into their team, they are getting pure quality in their ranks. And you just cannot overstate, understate, or even underestimate the quality that Xavi Simons brings to that Chelsea team when they get him. And I think that the negotiations will go on. Xavi Simons' agent wants to do the deal, and I've said it several times. Football transfers is purely marketing. These agents literally market the players. They tell the coaches, they tell the teams how their player can be important to them. They tell their team how their player can be talked to, how their player can help them solve their problem. So they sit down, identify a problem in the team, come back and tell that, Charlie, you don't have a ball carrier in your team. Where you've built your project to, you need a ball carrier. You need somebody that will carry the ball from deep. I have this guy, his name is so and so. He's from so and so. I can bring him to you. He'll do the job for you. That is how these guys do their job. And Ali Barat wants to do that job. He knows that Manchester United needs a striker. He will go to Manchester United and tell them that, Charlie, you need a striker. I'll have a certain striker for you called Nicholas Jackson. He can come and do the job for you. If you need him, I can talk to Chelsea. They'll sell for you. It's expensive. Actually, it's also important for people to understand that in this job, it's about marketing. That's why you have to always analyze the player yourself in the analytics team. That's why these sporting directors, they don't take, de facto decisions. They'll make sure that they will run it by the analytics team. The analytics team will say, Charlie, okay, what the guy said is true. I think it's going to help us. Usually they want it to come from the analytic team over there. Yesterday, in the past 1 week, Nicholas Jackson has been in his hometown in Senegal. Charlie, Nicholas Jackson, King Nico. I like the fact that when he went, he has been training, he has been working out, and for him, it's like he's not relaxing. He wants to win back his place. The Chelsea team, and he's going to work hard. He's going to really put in an effort. He's going to make sure that he pushes and make sure that at the end of the day he gets results in there. That is something that Nicholas Jackson is trying so hard to do it. And in his hometown, Charlie, the people love Nico. King Nico. Charlie, yesterday somebody was saying that the other Chelsea attackers, they should be very careful because he is coming like a wounded lion. He's coming to work hard and then get the results that he has been looking for all along to be able to go in there and then go and get a job done for himself. We'll see how things are going to pan out from there in terms of how the players are Chelsea's expecting to see that Nicholas Jackson come in and do. Ideally, Chelsea don't expect to sell Nicholas Jackson unless there is a crazy offer. I doubt that is going to be such an offer for Nicholas Jackson as it stands now. I told you yesterday that Man City had been contacted by Galatasaray for the services of Ederson Morales. Man City were doing their conversation. Of course, buying for Leverkusen, people are chasing their senior player, Granit Xhaka. First, it was for Como and Parma in Italy. All of these guys wanted Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka said no to them. AC Milan wanted Granit Xhaka at some point in time. He said no to them. Of course, this time it's to Sunderland. He didn't say no to them. But then Bayern for Leverkusen are saying that they will not sell Granit Xhaka to anybody. They said they won't sell Granit Xhaka. They won't sell Granit Xhaka to you because Granit Xhaka is an important player in their team. He's a senior player. He's a leader in their team. He gives them a lot of edge in games. The growth that he gives them is top level stuff. So there is no way they are going to sell Granit Xhaka at all. So whatever you do, stay away from Granit Xhaka. They won't sell him. And it's okay, fine. If you sell Granit Xhaka, that will move on. Chelsea are also still waiting for Jaka to the next stages of the contract conversation with their new boy Jaka. They are very interested in bringing in that left-sided centre back that comes in and then plays the ball in an excellent way. Jaka is the player that Chelsea are looking for to come in and help them succeed over there, so that it can be some of the best players in the world. Chelsea really wants him to come in and do the job. Of course, Chelsea have gained some good money power from sales that they've done in the last few weeks. Of course, one of the things that people should be afraid of is what Liverpool can do next season. Liverpool and Arsenal. Because Arsenal have gotten Victor Gyökeres. They have gotten him. They have finally gotten Victor Gyökeres. As they've gotten Gyökeres there, a lot of Arsenal fans see that their problem has been solved. I don't think that Arsenal's problem is about just getting a centre forward in. I think it was more about the rigidity of the Arsenal team last season. Maybe now with a striker, they can afford to be more flexible because they'll decide to outscore teams even if they concede. But I think that if Arsenal can keep that defensive solidity next season and add some more creative bites, they'll get that from outside in Madrid. I don't know how the Eze deal has gone to, but then if they get Eze as well, centrally, wide area, he can give them that bite also from the wide areas to come in and then help them succeed in that regard. But then Victor Gyökeres, obviously, his job is to score goals. The killer instincts in the box to score goals is going to be very, very important for Victor Gyökeres if he's able to come in and then get a job done for them. Axel Disasi, there's a team in the Saudi Arabian League, Saudi Pro League, who are asking for the possibility of getting Axel Disasi out of Chelsea Football Club to come in and do the job for them. We'll see how Axel Disasi will come in and then bring the quality, bring that quality to their team over there. Ibrahima Konate to Real Madrid. No, still Madrid for them every day, taking people's players left, right, center, people's players and Omoji Real Madrid. No, let me draw the curtains over here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We are moving forward. I told you we are building the Fiifi-Manfred studios. There are going to be days where, aside of the ones I do here, we'll bring in a couple of people who have a good conversation at the Fiifi-Manfred studios. We'll have top analysis with the guys when we go to the studio over the Hi Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Not subscribe to the channel. Turn on notification. In the notification turn it. Do choose all. See you. Bye.